Welcome to the advanced part of the Linux Bash tutorial. In this tutorial, we will explore some useful hotkeys of Bash, programs to operate on a lot of files, more text editing tools, and tmux, a screen multiplexer to run long-running program in the background. Bash hotkeys. When you are typing a long command, you can press Ctrl left to go left a word each time, and press Ctrl right to go to the right for one word. You can also press Home to get to the beginning and end to the end. You can press the up arrow to get to the last command you have typed, and also the down arrow to go back. When you are typing file name, press Tab to autocomplete. When the autocomplete is not unique, press Tab to see all options. We can use a number of wildcards. For example, asterisk, match all the directory and files. You can build partial match using the asterisk. Square brackets means any of the characters. As you can see, only files start with E and I are listed. We can also use a large bracket, which is a comma separated list of options. The shell helps you to expand the option and also match wildcards for file name. Let's take a look at these two examples. History shows you all the previous commands you typed. We can search through our command history by pressing Ctrl R. We can input some text and press Ctrl R to search backward, like this. When you find the right command, press Enter. This is especially useful if you want to type the last few commands again. If you want to interrupt a running program, usually press Ctrl C. But you cannot use Ctrl C to quit Vim or Nano. To check your system resources, use htop. You can see number of cores on the top, memory, swap, and programs. Here is a few commands that help you search through and run some program for each of the files. If you want to copy files between machines, my recommendation is rsync. Just remember this line. To sync a local directory to a remote location, rsync -rlptu, a local directory, to username at remote host machine, your remote directory. Like this. If you want to copy a remote directory to a local one, reverse these two arguments. The arguments here means recursive preserve link attribute last modified time, and also do not overwrite file if the destination is newer. If your bandwidth is low, you can add Z means for zip. You can add info equals to progress to see more details on the transfer. This is useful to compare whether zipping it or not is faster. You can find files by using find. Find type F to find all the files. Find type D to find all the directories. Find name, some specific name, to find just that file with that name. You can also find based on size or others. Here it means less than 100 characters. And a plus sign indicates it's larger than 100 characters. Find can also execute another command on every file matched. For example, finding all files with zero size. And to remove all files with zero size, we can add -exec rm. And as we can see, all the files with zero size are gone. Xarg is similar to execute part in the find and execute. For example, echo abc will give you this string. If you pipe this string into Xarg and touch, it will touch all three files, A, B, and C. The useful feature of Xarg is that it can do things in parallel by adding the flag -p and the number of parallel operations. If you have a very large number of files, parallelizing it may be helpful. Let's go back to text processing again. We can use JQ to pass JSON file. For example, We have a JSON file here. There's a key glossary.title. If we want to get this key, type this command. jq.glossary.title. We can get the value as the result. If we want the value without the quote, -r mean raw. There's also a similar utility called yq for YML. Here is it. Apart from text editors, there are also two stream editors that are very useful. One is set. Set is usually used to perform some find and replace. For example, I can replace title with a different spelling, like this. You can see every instant of title is replaced. Here is the awk command to show the second column of text. There are a lot of features in both commands. I cannot exhaustively list all its options. Stack Overflow has plenty of examples showing the usage of these two commands. The last command to introduce here is tmux. For the training phase in deep learning, usually the program takes days to weeks to complete. My recommendation is to use tmux to wrap it. If you run a program in terminal and close it, like this, your program will be terminated as well. As you can see, we cannot find the sleep 10,000. We can use tmux to wrap a long-running program. Type tmux to start. We also enter sleep 10,000 here. To detach, press Ctrl B, then D. You can attach to a tmux session again by typing tmux attach. We can get back to this sleep program immediately. Let's say we detach again and close the terminal. And now we open the terminal again. We can still type tmux attach to get back to this program and do some operation on it. If you come up with other useful tips, please comment below.